Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, you only get vowels coming out on the page. Screaming vowels. So you've written a lot of stories with unreliable narrators. I've experimented with this, but do you have any advice for writers on how to write an unreliable narrator?
I guess just a few things. I think it requires very careful construction. And it's exactly the same if you've got a twist ending. When you read the story back, it always must make sense that it was coming. So with the unreliable narrator, you have to tell the story in a way that is carrying the reader with you. The reader believes the narrator, and I think writing in first person is generally the way that I would approach it. But you need to skillfully, with tweezers, drop in little incidents that, when read later, will make you think, actually, that was a clear departure from the truth. But it's really a story that is ambiguous and that sustains its ambiguity to the end. I just finished reading Arthur Machen's The White People, and wow, that's a crazy story. But yet, are we reading it from the point of view of the writer of the Green Book, which is nestled within The White People? And are we taking that as an authentic description, or is this somebody who's going mad? Or is it somebody who's possessed by a folkloric entity? So there's so many ways to read it. But fundamentally, it comes down to the narrator is unreliable, and we can take our meaning how we wish. So I think the chief bit of advice I would say is, if you can retain the ambiguity and make several hypotheses plausible.
We go back to the movie His House, which we were discussing earlier, which again could be viewed from multiple ways.
Or I remember reading a book by a Northern Irish writer, I think, Robert McLean Wilson, and the name of which I have now forgotten, but which is just as well to spoil it. But there is a pivot turn within that in which you realize that the narrator has lied about something very large in the text. And as a result, we start to unpick everything. And it's a very powerful moment. And I always wanted to emulate that.